Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the security tricks on Realme 16 Pro 5G. Alright, first let's set our screen lock. That's, the most important part. So let's open up the settings, now find security and privacy, scroll down a little bit and click on device unlock. Now hit this yellow button and we have three types of the password: numeric, alphanumeric or pattern. It's up to you which mode you want to use. I'll stick to the pattern, so of course you need to remember your password, because if you forget it, you'll be forced to reset your device through the recovery mode, and basically you'll lose all of your data. So create a pattern or another type of the password that you will remember. Now click on next. When it comes to the pattern, we need to connect at least 4 of those dots to create it, so create your pattern. If you want to try again, click on cancel. If you want to confirm, redraw the pattern. And now it has been successfully set. Now the phone tells us that we can also turn on the fingerprint unlock. That's also pretty useful. So let's click on enable, click on agree, and click on add now. Now the sensor is located right in here on the bottom edge of our phone, and we just need to place our finger on it. Now when you feel a vibration, you need to lift up your finger and then place it again. Then we need to repeat that process until our fingerprint is registered. It's going to take a few tries, so simply keep repeating. Remember that your finger should be clean. Same thing with your screen, so everything will be registered properly. Now repeat until your finger is saved. Okay, if you want, you can add another fingerprint. If you want to save, click on done. You can also add the face unlock, but I'm about to skip it because I don't want it. I'm not a huge fan of it. Now let me show you how it works. Let's begin with the pattern. We just need to draw it. Boom, the phone unlocks. Now let's try with the fingerprint. In here we have our circle. Place your finger on it and the phone also unlocks. Works pretty fast and really fine. Okay, now let's go back into the settings. Now in here, let's click on the app security and we can click on Google Play Protect to perform a scan in search for potential threats and harmful apps. Okay, I should take a look. In my case, everything is okay, so I don't need to perform any action. If something would be wrong, simply follow the instruction on the screen to solve the problem. It's always good to perform that scan from time to time. For example, I don't know, once in a week. It's up to you how often you want to do it. Let's go back into device unlock once again, and in here we have the theft protection. Things such as identity check, remote lock, find and erase your device, theft detection lock, offline device lock, and the SIM lock. Let's begin maybe with identity check. And here we can read how it works. Biometrics required for sensitive actions when away from your trusted places. Your face or fingerprint biometrics will be needed for sensitive actions such as accessing saved pass keys and app passwords, changing PIN, pattern or password, and turning off Find Hub. So we can click on next. Why not? We can add it. And here you can also verify your phone number. Okay, we have the remote lock down below. We can enable that. That's a pretty useful thing. Remember that you need to have your SIM card inserted or eSIM activated. In my case, I don't have my SIM card in my phone, so that's why I have this notification. In your case, you won't have that. And now how it works. Let's pretend that our device gets lost or stolen, and thanks to that feature, we can visit that page, android.com/log, and if we enter the phone number of our lost phone, we'll be able to remotely lock its screen so no one will have the access into our data. Pretty cool thing. So it's worth enabling in my case. In here also have some things that we need to keep in mind. So device needs to be online. If device is offline, its screen will lock automatically once it's online. If you find your device, just unlock your screen the way you usually would, for example with a PIN or password. Your screen can be locked remotely up to twice a day. Down below we have the find and erase your device, also worth enabling, and we have 2 ways how we can use it. We have the app or the web. Again, let's pretend that this device is lost. So let's visit the Find Hub. The things that I'm showing you right now, you need to repeat on any other device, because this device is stolen. Let's pretend. So you can do it, for example, from the level of your computer, your second phone. Then it's really important. You need to sign in into the Find Hub You need to use the same Google account into which you are signed in on your lost Realme. It is really important because if you signed if into wrong account, you won't be able to you won't see your phone simply. So now find your device. In my case, it's that one, and here you can remotely lock this phone. You can also mark it as lost and even perform a factory reset on the device. So I don't know, the thief, for example, won't have access into your data. To perform a factory reset remotely, all you need to do is to type the password into your Google account. So that's also a pretty cool feature. Down below we have theft detection lock, offline device lock, and the SIM lock. The theft detection lock works in that way that when someone takes our device then speeds away, the phone will detect that and it will automatically lock the screen. Pretty useful thing. You also have the offline device lock. The screen will lock shortly after your device goes offline to help protect your data. Also worth enabling. Click on OK. And we have the SIM lock. Your device will be locked if the linked SIM card is removed. We can also enable that. Alright, that's all when it comes to the device unlock. Now let's go into system and updates. And here let's click on security update. It's always good to have the latest version of the security update. You can also manually click on check for update. In my case, I'm using the latest version, so I don't need to download anything. But in your case, if you have possibility to download the update, you should do this ASAP. Same thing with Google Play System Update. We can also do it. We can check. And in my case, I have possibility to install the update. I won't do it right now because I want to show you some other things. But if you have that, you should also do this as soon as possible. And down below, we have possibility to create a backup of the data. That's one of my favorite things. But first, we have the backup details. We need to make sure that everything is enabled. As you can see, all device data is. But we need to turn on the photos and videos. Simply enable that. Click on Let's Go. You don't need to allow for notifications. Now, everything is enabled. If you click on Other Device Data, in here you can see your Google account that you're currently signed into. And on that account, our backup will be saved and stored because it will be stored in the cloud of our Google account. So you cannot forget your Google account, because if you want to restart the backup later in the future, you'll need to be signed into the exact same Google account. You also need to make sure that you have some free storage space. If you don't have enough, click on clean up space or get storage. And in here we'll be able to see the backup details after the backup. Currently it says no data backup, so let's create it. Now hit this big green button, confirm with your screen lock. The process will begin. First it needs to load. In here a small circle appeared as you take a look, and it's slowly fulfilling. When it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created. We'll also see a notification on the bottom of the screen if everything goes fine. So I'll see you in a second once the backup is created. Okay, the backup has been created. We can see it on the other device data that it has been created 0 minutes ago. Alright, that's all when it comes to the settings. Now let's open up the phone manager and we can perform a virus scan. It's always worth doing from time to time. Okay, nothing has been found, so it's good to see. Let's scroll down. We have the tools, click on more. And in here we have the app lock. We can hide our apps, and we have the private save. Let's begin with the app lock. Click on got it. Enable it. Now we need to set the privacy password, so click on the settings. Currently we need to enter the 6-digit password, but we can use a different type. In here you can see all possible modes. I'll stick to 4 digits maybe. For this video I'm about to create a really easy password. Then click on use. Retype it to confirm. And now we need to set the recovery email, add the linked account, or set the security question. I'll pick the security question. In here you can see all basic questions, or you can set a custom one. And then you need to enter the answer. Click on done. And now we have a list of apps that we can lock. So let's say that I want to lock my YouTube. Then click on use. It also asks us, do you want to use the fingerprint? as an unlock method. Let's click on use. And now, if someone will want to open up our YouTube without our permission, he'll have to type the password or verify with the fingerprint. And that's the only way to open this app. So that's also a pretty cool thing. Now, let's go with hiding the apps. Enter the privacy password that you have set. Click on Get Started. Now, select the access methods. We can use the access code or the home screen folder. Or maybe we can even select both of them. Yeah, we can. But in my case, I want to use the access code. Then click on the settings and we need to set the access code. It needs to begin with the hashtag and contain 1 to 16 digits in between. So again, I'll type really easy code. To save it, click on Done. And now let's add some apps. Let's try to hide maybe the Chrome, which is right in here. So let's go with hiding the apps. Again, I need to verify. Okay, click on the Chrome, click hide home screen icon, click on Done. It's now under the hidden. It disappeared, as you can see. It also disappeared from the app drawer. And now let's try to get access to it. So we need to open up the phone app and then the keyboard, type the code that you have set. And as you take a look, our Chrome is right in here under hidden apps. Also a useful thing. And the last thing is the private safe. Let's use the fingerprint also as an unlock method. And in here we can add some images and videos that we want to protect from unwanted visitors. We can add audio, documents and other files. To add, for example, the audio file, click on that and click on add down below. But in my case, I don't have any audio files, so I cannot show you that, unfortunately. In here you can check the settings. For example, you can add the home screen icon for your private safe. Click on add. And it's right in here on our home screen. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.